Hi crafty friends, hope you're having a good weekend, and I hope for some of you that it's actually a long weekend. I just thought I'd pop in here and show you a project, show you how to make a project that I have just made. So I made this little tag. It's very cute. The tag is from the tag set that is currently available. It's on my website. So you can die cut these tags out. They're super versatile. It's a super versatile set, but I won't go into that. You can look on my website and have a look at that. And so we'll get on and make that. So we're going to stamp this little cutie, little umbrella, and it's from the No Rain, No Flowers things stamp set. That's actually currently available as well on my online store. So because we're going to colour it in, I'm going to stamp it in Archival Black, or you could use Intense Black. So whichever one you have, I just happen to have this one out. So there we go. So we're going to just layer the ink up. So I just tap it, and then I just lay it down like that. You don't need to press it. You just need to lay it on the cardstock for a few seconds, and then you lift it up. That just gives the stamp time to pop the ink on and transfer the ink between the stamp set and the cardstock. So then I'm going to, just using my very well loved stamp chamois, it's almost time for the bin. I think it's starting to fall apart, but I have this one's lasted about 12 months, and I always have more in stock on hand. So I'm cleaned my stamp set, there we go. And because we're going to colour in a light colour, which is, excuse me friends, which is the yellow, I'm actually going to let the ink set for a couple of minutes because I don't want it to bleed. So here's one I have stamped earlier. And now we're going to colour in the umbrella, because it just, we've got a yellow background, and I just really like the look of the yellow. So the Tri-Blend markers, again, you've seen me use these before. They make colouring easy and fun. So we're just going to get the umbrella, and we're just going to do little swirls. I'm going to try not to touch the edges because it's still probably not as dry as what I'd like. I would like to, I usually, if I'm going to use yellow, I usually leave the images at least an hour, just so I know that they're completely set. But because I'm not dragging the ink from the edges, I'm not going right up to the edge with it. It's actually not smudging too much, which is good. There we go. There's the yellow done. Nice and quick and easy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, friends. I seem to have a really dry throat. Let's see if a bit of water will help. That's much better. There we go. Now then, just a tap, tap, tap down the bottom, and there's my umbrella. All done. So then I'm going to use the Alpine Green blend, the light side of that, to do the leaves. Because they're so small, I'm just going to dot, dot, dot them. I'm not going to colour them as such, and it's going to be really quick and easy because I don't have to colour them in either, which helps. So it doesn't take long just to dot them all. You use whatever technique that you like, but I find you just have to use the barest of touches with these small leaves, because the ink will keep moving. Oops, I did a flower. Let's pretend I didn't do a flower. Let's see how the the pink that I want will blend in with that flower. That'll be interesting. But as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, I'm using the barest of touches on these little flowers. Sorry, the little leaves. There you go. I've done the leaves. And for the flowers, I've decided to use the dark side of the pink pale pink shade, so the dark side. There we go, which is almost a red, but it's a very, very strong pink. It doesn't look too bad on the one that I accidentally made green. I've accidentally made another one green. Maybe I've got the wrong glasses on, friends. Who would know? There we go. All done and coloured in there using the Tri-Blend markers. Now I need my scissors. I wonder where I put my scissors. So friends, excuse me reaching over the camera. I'm going to get my scissors. That's what I did. I cleaned up. Why would you clean up when I'm doing a video? Here we go. So as you can see, I'm fussy cutting the umbrella. There's no thin cut to this. And I'm moving the cardstock, not the scissors. And I'm just going to quickly fussy cut around this. You don't need to be too precise with it. And when I fussy cut, I always leave a bit of white around the images, so it just makes it look a bit cleaner. And I'm really not being too fussy, because this is sort of more of a freehand kind of image, so it doesn't matter. Get that bit out of the way. It doesn't matter if it's not precise. That's the kind of look I'm going for. That's just at the top is just cut higgledy-piggledy to match the flowers. Here we go. Now we're at the other side of the umbrella. Let's go. Almost there. Now with a thin image like the stem, you just have to be a little bit careful in what you're doing. And move the paper, and I'm holding the stem so it doesn't break. There we go, done. So you just have to be a bit more careful with that. Now I've got the thin cut. There we go. So I've got the tag, and if I put that on it, it sort of gets lost a little bit. So I want to anchor it down with a different colour. And what better than the Lagoon cardstock? It is such a versatile colour. This colour has actually been in stock with Close to My Heart since I joined nearly 10 years ago. So, in fact, I think it might be my 10th year this year. How time flies. So I just want to pop that square on. Then I'm going to adhere the umbrella. And I'm going to pop the tape over the handle as well, because you can see the sentiment's going to go over the top, so you won't see any of that there. Then we want the sentiment stamped. The sentiment it's from an old stamp set that I have in my stash. Wishing you a speedy recovery. I thought that was a really good little sentiment. And I always, even though this mat has got foam underneath it, I always want to add a little bit of extra. So I've got the sentiment is in black again. I'm not going to change my ink. I'm going to use the archival black that I have on my desk. And I'm just going to pop that down in the middle. There we go. I'm not happy with where that's centered. So I'm going to turn it over. Thank goodness you can turn over the cardstock and use the other side. There you go. Much better on that side. Pop the lid on, and always, always, always clean your stamps. Then I'm just going to cut this like this. Now I'm just going to do one more treatment to this before we adhere it onto the card, onto the tag. I just want to pop some ink on the edges, and I do that. Here's the edge, and I'll see if I can do it this way so you can see, and it's just running running the cardstock onto the top of into the ink. And you see, it'll give you a little border, gives you a little border around there. And that sort of just gives it a bit more, it makes it pop out a little bit more. So now we want some foam tape on the back so that it stands out a little bit. There we go. And there we go onto the cardstock. The last little thing I want to do is get a heart. Now I've got these little hearts. They're on the website if you like them. So I've picked out a white one. About that size, I think will match. I don't want a white heart, I want a yellow heart. So how am I going to get a yellow heart? I'm going to use the Tri-Blend marker. I'm going to hold down the heart with my tweezers. I'm going to get the dark end of that yellow citrus blend marker that I'm using, and I'm just going to add, I'm going to colour the heart in, add a little bit of the marker, and that's changing the colour of the heart. So I'm just going to turn it over like that. I don't want my fingers to go on it because I don't want the ink to come off it. There we go. I'm going to pop it on about there, and I'm just going to add a little bit more. There you go. So that's the body of the tag. Now we're going to put the string on. So I've just got a little bit of twine that I have in my cupboard. I'm going to thread from this side. Then I'm going to pop it through this side. Oh, it's a little bit tricky, but there we go. And then I'm going to pull it up that way. That did not work. I didn't want it that way. Sorry, friends. Sorry. I'm going to pop it through this way. Then I'm going to, yes, that's right. Then I'm going to pop it through this way. Then I'm going to pop it through that way. There we go. We get there in the end, and then I'm going to just tie it. I'm going to cut it off and tie it off. There you go, friends, a nice, quick and easy and fun tag that you can give to somebody with a plant or some flowers that's perhaps feeling a bit under the weather. Hopefully you can see that I haven't gone off camera, and I hope you've enjoyed this little crafty project. Till next time, crafty friends, happy crafting. Bye.